translated. This is a very short book, so I've I've read a few different translations, and sometimes because there's a duality in the Tao. There's a lot of these relationships of peace and chaos and balance. There's been especially some Western interpretations of the Tao that emphasize this relationship between these two levels, like good and evil in the Western tradition. But this is very different from that, and it's a different type of binary because in this case, it's more. It is about bringing balance. In like the best example I could think of in Western ideas would be Star Wars. You want to bring balance to the Force rather than triumphing good over evil, which is also a theme that's in Star Wars, but these are explicitly different. So the Tao Te Ching is about, well, let's just start reading it. But this translation is better, but any translation that you get is going to be quite a bit outside of its context. Okay, so if you've listened ever before, you've heard me say this many times, but Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. And one thing that I forgot to say a moment ago is that this book was written during the Warring States period in China, which is a time of great disorder. So a lot of it has to do, at least in my interpretation and based on the context, with finding order in chaos, which is something that I think right now is really applicable. So the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao, and that is a line that the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao, that to me has religious significance. And, again, these are social constructs, just like the name that can be named is not the eternal name. And to me, what this ultimately means, one of the things that this means, is that the second that you start talking, the second that, your mouth sounds, somebody said that the other day, Little Blind Farmer, but as soon as things start coming out of your mouth, you're talking about a social construct. You're talking about something that has been changed by the culture of you, of your particular beliefs. And you can try to dispel those as much as you can. And it's not just your culture, but it's also your nature and your nurture, your culture and your innate beliefs, your innate genetic information, your limitations from a biological sense. So, get a little hot here. So yeah, that was the first page. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess. Acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. This is why it lasts forever. If you overesteem great men, people become powerless. If you overvalue possessions, people begin to steal. The master leads by emptying people's minds and filling their cores, by weakening their ambition and toughening their resolve. He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those who think that they know. Practice not doing, and everything will fall into place. The Tao is like a well, used but never used up. It is like the eternal void, filled with infinite possibility. It is hidden, but always present. I don't know who gave birth to it. It is older than God. And again, this is it being older than God and it being God, and it depends on who you ask, and it depends on the interpretation. But I just want to keep reading because there's so much meat in this that I just want to just feel it out a little bit, and then I'm going to check the comments in a little while, and if people want me to talk about it more or they have their own ideas, then I'll reevaluate then. But for now, I'm just going to keep reading the book, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. The Tao doesn't take sides. It gives birth to both good and evil. The Master doesn't take sides. She welcomes both saints and sinners. The Tao is like a bellows. It is empty, yet infinitely capable. The more you use it, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you understand. Hold on to the center. The Tao is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. The Tao is infinite, eternal. Why is it eternal? It was never born, thus it can never die. Why is it infinite? It has no desires for itself. Thus it is present for all beings. The Master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She is detached from all things. That is why she is one with them. Because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled. The supreme good is like water, which nourishes all things without trying. It is content with the low places that people disdain. Thus it is like the Tao. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will blunt. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. Can you coax your mind from its wandering and keep to the original oneness? Can you let your body become supple as a newborn child's? Can you cleanse your inner vision until you see nothing but the light? Can you love people and lead them without imposing your will? Can you deal with the most vital matters by letting events take their course? Can you step back from your own mind and thus understand all things? Giving birth and nourishing, having without possessing, acting with no expectations, leading and not trying to control, that is the supreme virtue. I'm just going to check the comments, and I'm also going to change up the camera angle a little bit. And no one said anything but Kenny. That's all right, bro. That's all I need. All I need is you, Kenny. Just hit this again. Damn. We'll see how that looks. Just gonna tend to the fire for a minute. I want it burning on both sides.
I'll try this at home, kids. Or Kenny.
Sorry, I'm trying to check the stats. I gotta check this for a number of reasons. Like, that's not what I wanted. Shit. Let's fuck this part up. Alright, guys, I'll have a real good system soon, and then I'll have to deal with all this shit. 2 minutes, I promise. I'm never correct on that, but it will be this time. Damn, bro, give me some more fucking impressions then. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, so I'm checking the thing. I'm checking how I can. Oh, I got it. Okay, wow. Changing my monitor. Okay. Get away. Other side. Fuck. Damn it. Wrong energy. Wrong energy for this. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. Damn, bro. That's gnarly. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We shape clay into a pot, but it's the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. Damn. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Colors blind the eye. Sounds deafen the ear. Flavors numb the taste. Thoughts weaken the mind. Oh. Wow. I just had a little freak out because it's weird to just be jumped out of reading like a book like this when you're thinking about something that's happening in the future. You should be totally present. That's what just happened because I'm going on the credentialist tomorrow, and I was like, oh my god, did I miss it? The master observes the world, but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. His heart is open as the sky. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. What does it mean that success is as dangerous as failure? Whether you go up the ladder or down it, your position is shaky. When you stand with your 2 feet on the ground, you will always keep your balance. What does it mean that hope is as hollow as fear? Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? See the world as yourself. Have faith in the way things are. Love the world as yourself. Then you can care for all things. Getting a little hot. Look, and it can't be seen. Listen, and it can't be heard. Reach, and it can't be grasped. Above, it isn't bright. Below, it isn't dark. Seamless, unnameable, it returns to the realm of nothing. From that includes all forms, image without an image, subtle beyond all conception. Approach it, and there is no beginning. Follow it, and there is no end. You can't know it, but you can be it, or ease in your own life. Just realize where you come from. That is the essence of wisdom. The ancient masters were profound and subtle. Their wisdom was unfathomable. There is no way to describe it. All we can describe is their appearance. They were careful as someone crossing an iced-out stream, alert as a warrior in enemy territory, courteous as a guest, fluid as melting ice, shapeable as a block of wood, receptive as a valley, clear as a glass of water. Do you have the patience to wait till your mind settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The master doesn't seek fulfillment, not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Let your heart be at peace. Watch the turmoil of beings, but contemplate their return. Each separate being in the universe returns to the common source. Returning to the source is serenity. If you don't realize the source, you stumble in confusion and sorrow. When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother, dignified as a king. Immersed in the wonder of the Tao, you can deal with whatever life brings you, and when death comes, you are ready. When the master governs, the people are hardly aware that he exists. Next best is a leader who is loved, next one who is feared. The worst is one who is despised. If you don't trust the people, you make them untrustworthy. The master doesn't talk, he acts. When his work is done, the people say amazing, we did it all by ourselves. So it's dark and I have camera equipment out here, so I'm gonna go back inside. But I will do this again because I like it, but I really did just want to test out my setup out here, and it has been tested and it is good. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna watch the rest of you this game. All right. Oh, how do I stop it? Stop.